Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got some 1955 pre-1961 Apba bats. We got game one of a doubleheader between the Cleveland Indians and Philadelphia Athletics in Philadelphia. And for game one, the starting lineup for the Indians is leading off playing second base, Nat Lajaway. Batting second, playing center field is Tris Speaker. Batting third, playing left field, Shoeless Joe Jackson. Batting fourth, playing first base, Hal Trusky. Batting fifth, playing first base, Al Rosen. Batting sixth, playing right field, Rocky Colavito. Batting seventh, playing shortstop, Lou Bourgeau. Batting eighth and doing the catching, Steve O'Neill. Batting ninth and doing the pitching is Mike Garcia. Take a look here at the A starting lineup. Leading off, playing shortstop, Jimmy Dykes. Batting second, playing third base is Home Run Baker. Batting third, playing first base is Jimmy Fox. Batting fourth, playing left field, Al Simmons. Batting fifth, playing center field, Wally Moses. Batting sixth, playing right field, Bing Miller. Batting seventh and doing the catching is Mickey Cochran. Batting eighth, playing second base, Max Bishop. And on the mound and doing the pitching for the A's is Bobby Schultz. Down here to the stadium and get this game started. And leading off for the Indians is Lajaway, batting .222, no homers and no RBIs. Going up against Bobby Schultz, his first appearance of the year. And in 1952, he pitched in 33 games, started all 33 of them, was 24-7 with a 2.48 ERA. Here's the pitch to Lajaway, and that's going to be a double. Well, that's going to be squared up. See what he gets out of that. And that is going to be a double in the right field. Lead off base hit. Start this first inning. The Tribe already got a runner in scoring position with nobody out. And now we got Trish Speaker up the bat. Trish is batting an even 200. No homers and 2 RBIs. Lajaway camped down there at second. And here's the pitch to Speaker. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. And roll the dice here. 536. He's going to stay put. So that's one out now. Runner still down at second. And that'll bring up Jackson now. And Shoeless Joe. He's batting .417 on the year. No homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. Jackson's down at first now. One out. Now we got first and second for Al Trusky. And Hal is batting .333 with 2 homers and 4 RBIs. And that ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is gone, folks. Home run. Al Trusky. He drives that one over the fence in right field for a 3-run homer. Just like that, the Tribe's up 3-0. Al Rosen comes to bat. Rosen's batting 100, no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field, and Bob Schultz getting blasted here in the first. I'll bring up Rocky Colavito now. Still only one out, now a runner down at first. Colavito drive in a run here and make it 4-0. Colavito is batting .250 on the year. He's got 2 homers and 5 RBIs. That's going to be a fly ball out to Simmons in left. That'll be out number 2. Lou Boudreau is up now. And Lou is still looking for his first hit. He is 0 for 10 on the season. And that'll be a 2-ball, no strike count on him. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. Simmons makes the catch. That'll end the inning. The Indians score 3. We go to the bottom of the first. You got Dykes, Baker, and Fox due up here for the A's, trailing by 3. Dykes is 0 for 8, looking for his first hit of the year. And he's going to get it, and that's going to be a double in the right field. So Dykes is aboard here with a leadoff double. And that'll bring up Frank home run Baker now. A runner in scoring position. Baker's batting .500. No homers and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be against the 19. That's going to be a ground ball down the short. 25. That'll be fielding column 1. He's going to look the runner back to second. Fire over to first. And that'll be 1 out. And double X, Jimmy Fox is up now. Jimmy's batting .235. No homers and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a foul out down the left field line. Losing foul territory, makes the catch. That's 2 outs. And Jimmy Dykes still down there at second. Off that leadoff double, Al Simmons is up batting .556 with a homer and 5 RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball down the nap at second. And that'll end the inning. And a strand 1. We go to the top of the second. It's 3-0 Indians. Bottom part of the order due up here for Cleveland. They got O'Neill, Garcia, and then back to the top of the order in Elijah way. Steve is batting .222. And that's going to be a hit down the third. And that's going to be an E5 on Baker. So that's an error. That gets the leadoff batter aboard. Brings up Garcia now. He'll try to sacrifice him over. It's Garcia's first plate appearance of the year. And in 1952, he hit a .137, no homers and 10 RBI. Can he get the bunt down is the question. And against where's this one hit? In front of the mat, in front of the plate. And that's going to be a ground ball right in front of the plate. And Mickey Cochran's up with it. He's going to fire down the second. And then Dykes is going to fire over to first. That's going to be the old 2-6-3 double play. And now there's 2 outs. Garcia can't get the bunt down and nobody on. Nah, it didn't come out the way I wanted it. We're going to redo this. It's going to be a a 2-6-3 double play. And back to the top of the order now, and nobody out. And here we go. Elijah Way, he doubled and came around the score in the first. And that's going to be a ground ball down the dikes. He fires over to first. That'll end the inning. We go to the bottom of the second. We got Moses, Miller, and Cochran due up here for the A's. Wally is batting 200 with no homers and 1 RBI. And that's going to be a double. So again, the A's get a leadoff double. See if they can get him across the plate here in the second inning. Brings up Miller now. And Bang is batting 143. No homers and no RBIs on the year. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Sorry, a pop-up down the short. That'll be out number 1. I'll bring up Mickey Cochran now. And Cochran's batting 250 on the year, no homers and 1 RBI. And that's going to be a 17. That's going to be a single in the right field. Calavita's got a strong arm down there. And right. See here. Wally's got good speed. Is he going to test it here? Really didn't need that dice. It'll be a 42 minus a 38 plus a 16. And he's going to hold it third with 1 out. So we got runners on the corners for Max Bishop. First and third. And the Tribal play back for the double play. They're up by 3. And Max Bishop is batting a $133. No homers and no RBIs. And that'll be a 8 and a 19. And that's going to be a fly ball in the left field. And 26 on a 2. And that'll barely be fielding column 1. In the left field. And a 47. It'll be a 9. 25. He's going to tag up and try to make it. And it'll be a 51 or lower. He'll be in there and get on the scoreboard. And he's in there. That's a sacrifice fly by Bishop. And it's now 3-1. 2 outs now. And Bobby Schultz is due up here. This will be Bobby's first plate appearance. And in 1952, he batted a $198. No homers and 12 RBIs. And that'll be a fly ball out to Calavita. That'll end the inning. We go to the top of the third. It's 3-1 Indians. You got Speaker due up, followed by Jackson and Trusky. And Speaker's 0 for 1, flew out the center. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field again. So Speaker's flown out to his counterpart twice. Brings up Jackson now. And Jackson, he walked his first time up against Bobby Schultz. See if he can get on board this time again. And that's going to be a fly ball out to left field. And Simmons on a 62. That's going to be fielding column 2. That's going to be a single in the left out. Can't quite get to it. So Jackson's aboard here with a single. That'll be 1 out now. Jackson down at first. And Al Trusky, who is 1 for 1 today with a 3-run homers at the plate. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Can they turn 2 is the question. They'll get the lead runner down at second, and that'll be it. So now there's 2 outs, and Trusky's down at first for Al Rosen. And Al Rosen's 1-for-1 today. And he get a RBI double here with Trusky down at first. Here's the pitch to him. He singled his first time up, and that's going to be a 2 balls and no strike count on him. Can Al take advantage of the 2-0 pitch, and he walks the hard way in Apba on 2 rolls. So we got first and second. Rocky Calavito up. Can Ryer with 2 outs and runners at first and second. And he flew out the left his first time up. And that's going to be another fly ball out the left field and another out. The Indians strand 2. We go to the bottom of the third. We got the top of the order due up here for the A's. You got Dykes, Baker, and Fox due up here, trailing by 2. And Jimmy doubled his first time up. And that's going to be a grounder down the second base. And Elijah Way muffs this one. That's going to be an E4. So Dykes is aboard again here. Nobody out. Up to the plate now. Steps. Here is 0-for-1 today. Now he's got a runner down at first this time. He grounded out the short his first time up. And that's going to be another ground ball down the short. And they'll get the lead runner, and that'll be it. So now there's 1 out. Baker down at first for Jimmy Fox. Fox is 0-for-1 today. Can Jimmy deliver here with a 1-out base hit and at least get in a scoring position here? As Double X. He popped up the short his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball in the left field. She just got it. Round number 2. Now Simmons come up now with 2 outs. And a runner still down there at first and base by Dykes. Or the walk by Dykes, rather. And Al Simmons is 0-for-1. He grounded out the second. And that ball is hit hard. Al Simmons squares it up with Baker's speed. A double probably scores him. And the double, hell, he says, that ball is hit out the right field, and it's rolling around. Calavito finally gets to it. He throws it in. Al Simmons has got himself an RBI triple, folks. And just like that, a 1-run ball game. Runner down. Can he tie this game up for the A's? Moses is 1-for-1. He doubled, came around the score. Here's the pitch to him. And that's going to be a lazy fly ball out to Jackson. That'll end the inning. But the A's score 1 on the triple by Simmons. It's 3-2. So we go to the top of the 4th. We got Bordeaux, O'Neill, and Garcia, the bottom part of the lineup, due up here in the top of the 4th against Bobby Schultz. Lou is still looking for that first base hit. He flew out the left his first time up. And that'll be a base on balls, walking somebody that hasn't hit. Not the smartest thing in the world. Brings up Steve O'Neill now. Can O'Neill get something going here with a runner down at first? Get the Tribe some insurance runs. O'Neill is 0-for-1 today. He has reached on an error his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball in the right field. And that'll be out number 1. And that'll bring up Garcia. He's going to try to lay down another bunt here. He hit into a 2-6-3 double play his last time trying to bunt. See if he can do a better job this time. And nope, because that's exactly what he's going to do again. He is not very good at this button today. That ball is bunting in front of the plate. Cochran's up with it. He fires down the dikes and over to Fox. That's a 2-6-3 double play again. Now to end the inning again. We get to the bottom of the fourth. It's a one-run game, 3-2 Indians. You got Miller due up, followed by Cochran and Bishop. And Miller is 0 for 1 today. He popped up the short. And that's going to be a 19. That's going to be a nice play by Garcia. He fields that one, fires over to first for out number 1. See the Kansas City schedule. You got, Philadelphia schedule. Game here today against the Indians. And then Boston comes to town. And then after Boston comes to town, the Yankees come to town. So Mickey Cochran's up now. He singled his first time up. That's going to be a ground ball down the short. And we got a quick 2 outs here. And Max Bishop will step up to the plate now. And Bishop, he walked his first time up. Sorry, he had a sacrifice fly his first time up. So he got his RBI. Here's the pitch. And he gets a hold of this. Max is going to drive this ball into the outfield. How far will it go? And it's going to get knocked down by Lou down at short, but he won't have a play at first. Bishop is on there with a 2-out single. And at the worst, that gets Bobby Schultz up here, so he won't be leading off the inning. Schultz is 0 for 1 today. Got Max down at first, and Schultz, he flew out to right his first time up. That's going to be a fly ball. Nope, that's going to be a grounder down the first. And with 1 out, Howell will take it himself to the bag. With 2 outs, rather, he'll take it to the bag. Now to end the inning, we go to the top of the 5th, the top of the order due up here for the Indians. You got Elijah Way, followed by Speaker, followed by Jackson. Elijah Way doubled his first time up and grounded out to short his second time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. And that's going to be another error on Baker. That'll be the second error of the game by the A's. So, and Trish is 0 for 2 today. Let's see if he can get him bored here. He has flown out the center both times up. And not this time. A Speaker squares this one up. And that ball is driven into the gap in right field. So that'll be a 42. Miller 34. So a 25. The score here will be a 51 or lower, and Elijah Way will score the insurance run here. And he is thrown out by Country Mound. Nice play by Miller. He throws Nape out, makes the first out at the plate. So now there's 1 out and a runner down at second. And Speaker with Jackson at the plate here. And now you got Shoeless Joe. He is 1 for 1. He's walked and singled. And that'll be a infield. It's going to be a foul ball in the left field foul territory. And Jimmy makes the catch down there for out number 2. So it's up to Hal Trusky. That's for the Indians. He is 1 for 2, homered and reached on a fielder's choice. He's been on base times, and that ball is well hit. That ball is hit into left field. Sorry, that ball is hit in the right center field, and that'll be a double and score 1. So now with 4 RBIs on the day, Al Trusky, 4 A's single-handedly beating these A's today. Al Rosen is up now. Al is 1 for 1 today. He has walked and singled, and that's going to be another walk. And all of a sudden, show 2 outs. Rocky Colavito's up with first and second. Schultz go out and talk. He says he's all right. See if he can get out of this with only 1 run scoring. Colavito has flown out the left both times. And that'll be a 2-0 count on Amos Schultz. You can't find the plate here. And now that's going to be a pop-up behind home plate. Cochran throws the mask off, makes the catch. That'll end the inning. But the Tribe score 1 on Trusky's double. Makes it 4-2. The 5th at the top of the order due up for the A's. Trailing by 2 now. And you got Dykes, Baker, and Fox due up here. And Dykes is 1 for 2. He's had a leadoff double and reached on an error, so he's been on both times. And not this time. That'll be a ground ball back to Garcia. He fires over to first, and that'll be out number 1. And home run Baker steps up to the plate now. He is 0 for 2. And Baker is grounded out and reached on a fielder's choice and came around the score. And that ball is well hit. That ball is hit out into the gap and left field. And that's going to be a 1-out triple by Baker. So Baker's down at third now with Jamie Fox up. And the Indians up by 2. We'll trade a run for an out here. We give up a crooked number with leading by 2. And Fox is 0 for 2 today. He's popped up and flew out the left. And that's going to be a base on balls. Jimmy walks on down to first. Now it get the double play chance here with Al Simmons up the bat. But Al is 1 for 2 with an RBI. Triple himself. So here's the pitch to Simmons. And that's going to be against a righty. That'll be a 21. And that's going to be a base hit in the left field. And Fox will stop at second. But that cuts the lead to 1. And it's first and second. And still only 1 out for Moses. See if he can part these waters here. Get a base hit and tie this ball game up. Wally is 1 for 2. He has doubled and flew out the left, came around the score on that double. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. Can they go around the horn here and get the double play? And no, Rosen's going to step on the bag himself, fire over to first. And that's the way he gets the double play. And the Cleveland Indians get out of it with only 1 run scoring. Back to a 1-run game as we go to the top of the 6th. Mike Garcia due up here, the bottom part of the order. And Lou is 0 for 1. He walked his last time up and flew out the left. And that's going to be a comebacker to Schultz. He goes over to first with it. That'll be out number 1. And that'll bring up Steve O'Neill now. He's hitting below the 200 mark. He's 0 for 2 today. Nobody on and 1 out. And here's the pitch to Steve. He has reached on an air and flew out the right. And that's going to be a ground ball down the dikes at short. Quick 2 outs. It's up to Garcia to get on base here with 2 outs. Keep this inning alive. As Garcia is 0 for 2 today. Can he get a 2-out rally started and give himself some insurance runs here? He has grounded into 2 double plays trying to bunt. He's not going to be bunting this time. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. 25 on a 1. On a 2 rather, right? Yep, and that's going to be a nice play by Schultz. He picks that one clean, fires over to Fox. That'll end the inning. Tribe goes down in order to the bottom of the 6th we go. Bottom of the 6th, the A's trailing by 1. And Miller has popped up the short, and he's grounded out to the pitcher. And that's going to be a ground ball down the 2nd. That'll be out number 1. And that'll Grinnell. And Cochran is 1 for 2. Can he get a 1-out base hit and get the tying run aboard here and bring the go-ahead run up to the plate? As Cochran has singled and grounded out to short. And that's going to be against the righty. That'll be a 19. And that's going to be a nice play again by Garcia. He fired over to first for a quick 2 outs. So it's up to Max Bishop to get something started here in the 6th as the A's trail by 1. Bishop has singled, and he has a sacrifice fly with an RBI. And that's going to be hit down to Lou at short. He fires over to Howe at first, and that'll do it. 1, 2, 3 goes the A's. To the top of the 7th we go. And the top of the order is due up. Elijah Way, followed by Baker and Speaker and Jackson. So you got Knapp. He is 1 for 3 with a double, grounded out the short and reached on an error. And that ball is well hit. He squares this one up. And he's going to be on with a leadoff double again. That's 2 doubles for Knapp. And up to the plate is Tris Speaker with another runner in scoring position. Nobody out. Can Schultz get through this inning? He's due to lead off the bottom of the 7th. Keep this a 1-run game. And Speaker is 1 for 3. He's doubled and flew out the left. Flew out the center twice. And that's going to be a base on balls. They don't want nothing to do with Speaker. Sets up the double play, though. See if they can get Mr. Shoeless Joe to ground into a double play. Jackson's 1 for 2. Still nobody out here in the top of the 7th. They go out and talk to old Schultz. Says he's got it. Schultz is going to pitch here to the Jackson. He has walked, singled, and popped up the short. And that's going to be it's the 19. That's going to be a ground ball down the 2nd. Can they? Nope, that's going to be a pop-up down the 2nd. And that'll be out number 1. That was a big out. Still got the possibility of the double play to get out of this inning. But you don't want this man up if you're an A's fan. He has driven in all 4 runs for the Indians. Al Trusky's up now. He is 2 for 3 with a 3-run homer and an RBI double. Here's the pitch to Hal. And that's going to be a 19 and a 10. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. And to re-roll the dice here. A 2. It'll be a 39. 23. And it'll be a 45 or lower. He's going to try to get down the third here with the 1 out. Here's the throw from Wally. What was it I said? 23. That was a 45, and he throws him out. That is a double play. And Nate gets thrown out trying to advance on the sacrifice. Doesn't work. And that'll end the inning. We go to the bottom of the seventh inning stretch time, folks. For Schultz, we'll have a pitch hitter for Schultz here in the bottom of the 7th. Let's see here, who's going to come off the bench. The only lefty they got on the bench is Ferris Fan. He'll come off the bench. The bat for Schultz. As the A's trail by 1, followed by Dykes and Baker. Garcia still out there on the mound. And this is Ferris's second time up. He walked his first time up. Can Ferris get on base here for the A's? And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. That'll be out number 1. So now there's 1 out. We go back to the top of the order. And Jimmy Dykes. And 1 out. And Dykes is 1 for 3. He has doubled in this game. And he has reached on an air and grounded out. And he squares this one up. That ball is high. How far is this one going to travel? That is the question. That ball is out of here. Jimmy Dykes just ties this ball game up, folks. It's 4 apiece. And then Baker comes up now. Game. And that'll get the bullpen active here for the drive. And this double hitter. They got Gus Wynn up right now. And Baker's 1 for 3. He's got a triple and he scored twice. He's reached on a fielder's choice and grounded out to short. And that's going to be a comebacker to Garcia. He fires over to first for out number 2. And Jimmy Fox is up now. Can he, with 1 swing of the bat, untie this game, folks? It's 4 apiece. And Jimmy is 0 for 2, so he's due today. He has popped up the short, flew out the left, and walked his last time up. And that's going to be another ground ball back to the mound and another out. But the Jimmy Dykes homer ties this game up. We go to the 8th. See who's going to come out here and pitch for the A's. Righty due up. And it looks like Bullet Joe Bush is going to come out of the bullpen. And I'll be right back, folks. Give me a minute here. Alrighty, sorry about that. I left for a minute and come back and the darn thing's kicked off. Alrighty, we just bought Bush in the pitch here in the eighth inning in a tie ball game. Hill here in the eighth. Al Rosen steps up to the plate, and he is 1 for 1. He has singled and walked twice. Here's the pitch from Bush, and that's going to be a rare play. 39 on a 13. 23. That'll be hit back to the mound. Reroll the dice here. And that'll base error on Bush. He comes in and throws this ball away. That'll be an E1. The batter will get down to second on the wild throw. So right down that body out. It's not what you want to see here in a tie ball game. It's a two-base error. And that'll bring up Colavito now with a runner in scoring position to go ahead run down at second. Colavito flew out the left twice and it's popped up to the catcher. And that's going to be a base on balls. Wait a second here. So he made it the whole way down the third. And went that, just wanted a two-base error. Alrighty here. So we got an E1. And this wants to act up. This is just great now. It's going to aggravate me. I'm going to get pissed off. So it's going to be an E1 or second. Then they're going to walk. We're going to have first and second and still nobody out. And Bush sure ain't helping the cause here, is he? As you see, Cleveland is 1-2. They've scored 11 runs on 5 homers, no stolen bases, and haven't been caught stealing. The A's are 1-3 with 20 runs, scored 7 homers, no stolen bases, and nobody's been caught. So now you got Colavito down at first, Rosen down at 2, and you got the go-ahead run in scoring position, still nobody out. It's not over, buddy. It's just acting up again. Yeah, it's not over. Just acting up. Just acting up. Gets on my darn nerves. It was working so well today, I thought maybe things would straightened out, but obviously not. So I rebooted the computer. We'll see what happens here. I'm waiting for Steam to come back up to open up Digital Diamond. I know. It irritates the living shit out of me the last 2 nights. I guess they waiting for Steam now. It's tied up at 4 apiece. First and second, Lou Bordeaux's up. So it's a damn good game to be interrupted like this. Cleveland got out to a 3-0 lead. Out hit a 3-run homer in the first. Still waiting on Steam. Bunch of crap. Here we go, finally. Finally. Come on now. Thought it was getting ready to boot up here. This is so aggravating. Now I can't even get the game to come up. I think it's something to do with this new update. I don't know. It's just my opinion. Just my opinion. Seems like ever since they did that update to 12.2, it's been acting up. Now it's at 12.3. But I don't know. I haven't heard anybody else bitching about it. Seems like it's just me. Finally, here we go. Let's see how long it stays on here. I don't think it's going to stay on for long because it's never taken this long for it to boot up. And matter of fact, it didn't boot up. It just disappeared, didn't it? Oh my. I apologize. I wanted to do the second game of this doubleheader, and I don't think I'm going to because I ain't fooling with this tonight. I know. It's ridiculous. I apologize. Try to have a decent game on here, show some nice stuff, and this is what you get stuck with. How long it's taking just to bring the schedule up. Hmm. Now I can't even get the damn pop-up to get off the screen. That's just lovely. Fucking lovely. Ah. Okay, here. Got first and second, nobody out. Lou's up. He's 0 for 2. He's walked. He has flown out, and he has grounded out the first. It's out to the pitcher, and that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. That'll be out number 1. So now there's 1 down, top of the 8th here, and you got O'Neill up. They're going to look for the double play. Colavito, not much speed down there at first. And O'Neill at the plate, not much speed. So if Bush can get the double play ball here and give the A's a chance in the bottom of the 8th with a tie score. O'Neill is 0 for 3. He has grounded out. He has flown out and reached on an error. Excuse me. And an 8. And against a 19. That's going to be a ground ball down the second. Sorry, that's going to be a pop-up down the second. Bishop makes the catch. That'll be out number 2. So I'm going to have a pitch hitter here for Garcia. Let's see who's going to come out of the dugout here. And this is Larry Doby time. Larry's going to come out of the dugout. Try to get this score untied here for the Tribe. And here's Larry. This is taking forever. Ain't this awful? I don't know what's going on with Steam in this game. But this is something's got to be done. Look at this. I can't even get Larry in the damn game. Please wait. I'm waiting. Look, I just spinning. Just spinning. Mm, no damn sense in this. It's like it locked up. I'll be damned. It's never taken this long. This sucks. Like the fucking game locked up. Ain't this awful? Can't even close it out. Yeah, I see it says please wait, and I see the fucking thing spinning around the cursor. Mm. Uh-uh. Uh, oh my. Fucking aggravating. That is for sure. It's not even going to let me close it out this way. Oh, fucking bullshit, man. In this fucking task. Yeah, I want it quick as the fucking thing's locked up. It's pissing me off. Mm. Yeah, exactly. It's a damn good game, and this fucking shit happens. Now I'm cussing and carrying on, and I'm supposed to be enjoying myself. It pisses me off 2 nights in a row. Now I can go to fucking work and be aggravated. Hey, Aaron, what's up? I guess it's Steam, Aaron. I don't know. My only thing I can think of, the freaking game's even locking up now. The rest of the damn thing seems to be working right. SteamYard seems to be working right. It seems to be the game. So I don't know if a bunch of people's on the server. I don't know. I've never had this happen until the last few days here. So got me, but it's definitely pissing me off. Just like this. Please wait. Please wait. Yeah, exactly. Second right in a row is correct. Okay. So what the hell happened with O'Neal? It's a 15 and 8. 19. Think he flew. What did he do here? Can't even remember what the fuck O'Neal did. No, he made an out. Oh, it was a pop up down the second to Bishop. That's what it was. I believe it wasn't a Ken. I think it was a pop up down to Bishop. And then he's going to pitch hit for Garcia with Larry Doby. If I'm wrong, let me know, Ken. But I think it was a pop up down to Bishop. And then we're going to bring Larry in. Pitch hit for Garcia. In a tie ball game. Runners at first and second. 2 outs now. Doby, this is his first plate appearance of the year. And in 1950, he batted .326 with 25 homers and 102 RBIs. And here's the pitch to him. And that's going to be a base on balls. That's going to load them up. So Bush walks Dolby. And we're back up to the top of the order in Elijah way. No place to put him. To go ahead run down at third. Some insurance runs at second and first. And Nape up at the bat. He is having a hell of a game. He's 2 for 4 with 2 doubles. He has grounded out to short and reached on an error. And that's going to do it, folks. He squares this one up. Bush is going to get bushwhacked. And that ball is high. That ball is far. How far is this one going to go? And it's going to be a grand slam home run. Nape hits this one in the orbit. And it is 8-4 in one blink of an eye. The Tribe is taking a 4-run lead here. 2 down and Speaker up to the plate. And Speaker's 1 for 3. He's walked and doubled. Flew out the left twice. Flew out the center twice. And that'll end the inning. A fly ball out the right field. But Bush gives up the grand slam. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. And what was a tie game is now 8-4 Cleveland. And see, he's going to come out here now and pitch for the Tribe. And Ears Mose come out here and try to lock this game down. And Moss, I think this is might be a second appearance of the year. If it comes up, here we go again. Please wait. There's Mossy. And this will be Don's second game. I was right. He's pitched 2 innings, walked 3, struck out 2, hasn't given up a run. He has one song here for number 2. He'll be facing Simmons, Moses, and Miller here. And here's the pitch to Simmons. It's the lefty. And that's going to be a 9. That'll make him a 5. And that is going to be an infield hit. So Simmons gets aboard here. Can the A's come back here? And the bottom of the 8th get some of these runs back. And they're going to pull on Moses. And one of my favorite players is coming off the bench. Bob Cerf's coming off the bench. The pitch hit here for Moses. With Simmons down at first. And nobody out. Can Bob Cerf come up with a big base hit here? Keep this inning going. Nobody out. Runner at first and trailing by 4 dudes. And Bob's batting 600 on the year. He's got 2 homers and 5 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Bob. And that's going to be a base on balls. And just like that, the A's have got 2 runners on. They need time run to the plate. So now we got first and second and nobody out. And you got Miller up here now. Can Miller keep this going here? And Miller is 0 for 3. He has popped up the short. He has grounded out the first and grounded out the second. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Can they turn 2 no down the second? And that'll be out number 1. And that'll leave it up to Mickey Cochran now. 1 out. Ron still at first and second. Simmons need deliver here. And get these A's in on the bases. He has single grounded out to short and grounded out to the pitcher. And that's well hit. Mickey Cochran lights into this one. And the A's ain't going nowhere, they say. That's going to be a base hit in the center field. And that'll score Simmons easily. And Cerf with his speed is going to stop at second. And we still got first and second now. And 1 out for Max Bishop. And that cuts the lead to 8-5. And that'll bring up Max Bishop. He is 1 for 2. He's got a sacrifice fly. He is singled and grounded out the short. Can Max keep the merry-go-round going? And that's going to be a pop-up infield fly. Rules in effect. Rosen makes the catch on the dirt for out number 2. We'll have a pitch hitter here for Bush. See who's going to come out of the dugout here and pitch hit. And it's going to be Gus is going to come out here and see if he can blast a 3-run homer. This lead out, tie this ball game up with a 3-run blast. As we please wait again. Gus Zernow, this will be his second plate appearance. He's 0 for 1. Can Gus deliver here with a pitch hit homer or at least a base hit, 2 outs, serve at second? And that'll do it. That'll be a ground ball down the short. Lou's going to go to short way over the second. And that'll end the inning. The A's do score 1. Cut the lead to 8 to 5. So we go to the top of the 9th. See who's going to come and pitch for the A's. And it's going to be Rube Wahlberg's going to come out and pitch. Try to keep this a 3-run lead. Oh, we need a center fielder. Servo plays center field. He'll play left. And Simmons will go in the center. And this will be Rube's second appearance of the year. He's pitched 2 2/3 inning, hasn't given up anything. He'll be facing Jackson, followed by Trusky and Rosen. So he's got 2 lefties to face here. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Fox. He'll take it himself for out number 1. And Hal Trusky, he is 2 for 4 with a 3-run homer and an RBI double. And here's to pitch to Hal. And that ball is blasted in the right field. That'll be a 1-out double. Hal Trusky continues to have a great game. And now Rosen steps up to the plate now with an extra run down there at second. And Al is 1 for 2. Can Wahlberg keep this a 3-run lead here? Can't afford to give up any more runs. Rosen has singled. He's walked and reached on an error. He's been on base all 3 times. Sorry, he's walked twice. Been on base, all 4 times. And that's going to be a pop-up in the foul territory. Dykes goes after it. He makes the catch near the wall for out number 2. So it's up to Rocky Colavito here. Can Rube get him out? Rocky is 0 for 3 today. And keep this a 3-run ball game. We'll have the top of the order due up here for the A's in the 9th. And he didn't, because Rocky just got a hold of this one, folks. I'd ball as high. I'd ball as far. I'd ball is just off the wall. Didn't quite square it up. That ball is hit out there in the left field. That'll be an RBI double. Colavito drives in the run they just got back and increases it to a 4-run lead. And we still got a runner down at second and 2 outs. And it's now 9-5. Working 9-5, Dolly Parton. And up to the plate now steps Lou Boudreau. He is 0 for 3. He is flown out, walked, grounded out, and flew out. And that's going to be another fly ball out the right field. That'll end it. But Colavito with the RBI double increases the lead to 4. We go to the 9th. Indians need some base runners. The top of the order is due up here in the form of Dykes, Baker, and Fox. Dykes had that big home run. He is 2 for 4 with a double and a homer and an RBI reached an error. And that's going to be a fly ball out to left field. That'll be out number 1. And home run Baker now steps up to the plate. Can Mr. Baker keep this game alive here? Baker is 1 for 4 today. And A's need some base runners, that's for sure. He's tripled. He came around to score twice. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be hit right out in front of the. That'll be hit down the second. That's going to be an E4. So Nate screws that one up. And A's got 1 base runner. And up to the plate now is Double X, Jimmy Fox. And Fox is 0 for 3. So maybe he's due here today, folks. He has popped up, flew out, walked, and he is grounded out. And that's going to be against the lefty. 20. That is going to be a fly ball in the right field. Colavito's got it. And the A's are down to their last out. No, they're not, Ken. They faced the Yankees, and then they're coming in here against these Indians. They didn't get going for you either. They got a good team. Hell of a pitching staff. Yep. Al Simmons is up. He's having a damn good game. He's 3 for 4 with a triple and 2 RBIs. The only time they got him out was his first at bat. Can he keep this game going? And no, he can't. That's a ground ball down the third. And he'll fire across the diamond for the final out. And the Indians win this game 1 of a doubleheader, 9-5. we take a look at the box score now. See here, it's probably about the grand slam. Yep, Lingerie hits a grand slam. And the Indians 9 runs on 10 hits and 2 errors. The A's 5 runs, 10 hits and 3 errors. Lingerie with that 3 for 5 day with that grand slam. You had Hal Trusky was all that in a bag of chips too. 4 out of the 8 runs was driven in by these two. He was 2 for 5. He had that 3-run homer and the RBI double. And the Indians were 4 for 9 with runners in scoring position, left 7 men on. Jimmy Dykes 2 for 5 with a homer. You had Al Simmons, he was 3 for 5. And they were 3 for 8 with runners in scoring position. Dykes with the homer. And he left 8 men on base. Garcia gets the win, goes 7 innings, 8 hits, 4 runs, walked 1, gave up a homer. Don comes in, pitches 2 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, walked 1. Bob Schultz gets a no decision, goes 7 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, walked 5, and gave up a homer. Bush comes in, picks up the loss, pitches an inning, gives up 1 hit, 4 runs, none of them earned, walked 2, and gave up the home run. Wahlberg comes in, adds insult to injury, gives up 2 hits, 1 run, and that's your ball game, folks. And like I say, what time is it? It's 9 o'clock. I doubt if I do this other game. I got so freaking frustrated. Let's take a look here at the standings. No, they got one more game, Ken, that doubleheader game. Like I say, I like to get it done. That, if you're talking about that being the last game of the series, yeah. They played a 3-game series, played 1 game on the 22nd, and then a doubleheader on the 23rd. So in the American League, the Yankees are up a game and a half on the Orioles and Senators. The Indians are now 2 games back, along with the Tigers. Red Sox are 2.5 games back. White Sox 3, and the A's dropped to 3.5 games back. Al Simmons is still leading the American League with a .565 batting average. Ruth with his 5 homers and 11 RBIs. And of course, right now the ERA leaders haven't given up an earned run. Jack's the only 2-game winner. Page only 2 saves. Babe's leading in the MVP, and Jack's leading in voting for the best pitcher. Like I say, it all depends. I may be back on here later and give this a try. I want to thank Ken Castro for sticking around through all this mess. Ken Castro's in the middle of his Bats pre-1961 Bats World Series. The Yankees are up 2-1. They won both games in Yankee Stadium on walk-offs. And in game 3, the Giants shut them out and won 6-0. So Ken's got a hell of a World Series going, folks. And I want to thank Aaron Reed. Check out his great channel. He's been showing some Field of Dreams baseball using Action PC. Check that out. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell for reminders. And on your way out of the stadium, hit that like button and leave a comment. Until next time, you all have a great day or an evening and take care. Let's see who is game for. Bob Buell is going to go up against Lefty Grove. And so, yeah, it should be a hell of a pitching matchup. See if the Lefty Grove can pick up the win here. Yep.